Hello there, everyone. Very good evening. Welcome to the Waran Shanmugam show. As usual, Wednesday, 8 p.m., we are here together to share some very interesting sharing stories, tips. You can call whatever you want, but this platform is for you. Why? Because we are here to share a lot of things from the many people around the world, simply because we want to touch you one way or another. It's 30th of March 2022. Can you beat that? March is gone, April is starting very soon. And we have gone through thus far simply because you are able to manage yourself in your own ways. And this is what we're going to talk about today. How do you manage yourself? How do you manage yourself? I have got already people commenting, saying hi. Let me share one or two. Rachel is saying, "Good evening. Hi, good evening, Rachel. Thank you so much for joining us." Rachel was one of our guest speakers. She was the football lady. Remember, amazing lady. Thank you so much for joining. Dato Dr. Lau Bintik is here. Hi, Waran and Venkat. Thank you so much, Dato, for being here. Venkat is going to come very soon to share with us a lot of stuff that he knows that we may or may not know or forgotten, but he's going to be here sharing with us and refreshing our mind one way or another. Rajwin is here. Rajwin, hi, good evening. Thank you so much for joining in, Rajwin. We have got Lim with him here. Hi, Lim with him. Very good evening to you too. And there are many more. I would call upon you guys once Venkat is here because I could see some not so familiar faces, which means must be someone whom Venkat knows. Yeah. Today we have got this special guest all the way from Singapore. But before that, I want to share with you something that happened this evening. Yeah. My mother-in-law was not well, so I was in this hospital visiting her. We were there just a couple of hours. But the thing is this: when I was there, looking at her, I could see around me, right? Uh, Things were happening. What are these things? I could see an Indian nurse feeding the Chinese auntie who was in bed, and she was feeding her so calmly, like how she would feed her mom. Then on the other side, I was watching how a Malay lady was actually taking care of an Indian man who was wanting to drink and that gulp of water, and she was actually holding him from the back and then trying to. It was amazing how all these were happening right around you, and that's the beauty of life, I must say. Yeah, life is very simple if you know how to live by. There were no Chinese, Indian, Malay. There were no ethnicity, no religion, race whatsoever. But I could only see people helping people. And that's what we would want to have in this world where we live by. Must be simple, meaningful, and cherish every moment. With that, let's welcome our man of the hour, yeah, Venkat VM Lingam. Hey there, Venkat. How are you doing?
Good evening, Waran. I'm good. Thank you so much for this
Uh,
opportunity. How are you doing, Waran?
I'm good. I'm good. I am so glad that you are here in my show. Why? Simply because you know Kirubai, right? Kirubai have been talking about you. You know, right? What she will be talking about. All the good things, of course. And I was aiming to have you for the longest time, but somehow I have got a lot of other guests who have scheduled earlier. And then when I got hold of you, we spoke, and here you are.
Absolutely, and we clicked so well just a couple of days.
Indeed, indeed. Like kawan lama, huh? We spoke
Yes,
like
absolutely.
that's interesting, Venkat. And we started off with that very how do I say it? That event that took place, right? That until now everybody's talking about it. You know,
It's a ripple effect, you see. Yeah.
indeed,
So yeah, we
indeed,
started
yeah,
talking about that global unforeseen international event that happened right a
yeah,
couple of days ago,
exactly, right.
and
Talk
every few minutes you're seeing it in the news again.
Indeed, indeed. Talking about emotional intelligence, and then this happened. What a right timing, isn't it? Now,
Yeah, I'm going to
well,
use that as a case study in my class actually.
okay, okay. So when you're talking about using that as a case study, right? What's your thought? Let's not name names, but in a general aspect, right? What do you think? What was that whole scenario about? Can you share a little bit?
Not an expert, but I'm just sharing my perspective, right? There's
Please,
more to it
please,
than it
please.
meets the eye, you see. There's more to it than it meets the eye. There was a trigger factor, all right, a sensitive topic that triggered one person, the inability to control the emotions. So the reaction was there. So one by one event after another event. So who started it, why it started, I don't know name names here. All right.
Mm,
But
yeah.
there's more than one person behind this.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's the. It's interesting. I see a lot of comments, a lot of people talking pro here and pro there, and it's interesting how everybody have got their own version, their own stories. Yeah,
True.
but I have got this message that okay, so I was looking at your Facebook, your LinkedIn. I checked about you, yeah. But I saw a couple of these very nice me, myself, and I quotes. And I
Right.
saw this one which was very relevant to what we were talking about just now. Let me share this with you, yeah.
Mm.
Your mood shouldn't shift based on the actions of others. Don't allow your emotions to overpower your intelligence. Me, myself, and I. Like as though you have foreseen that this was happening.
I don't even remember when posted this in Facebook.
I remember showing you something else just now, but as we were talking about this topic, right? This thing came about. So yeah, uh, tell us.
You see, from the time we wake up, Warren, we are all controlled by emotions. From the time we wake up, there isn't one action or one activity that you do in a day that
Hmm.
doesn't involve emotions at all. But the thing is, we do not know we don't check in with our emotions on a daily basis. What makes me happy? How am I feeling right now? Even while I'm having my breakfast, what's causing me to be hurt? What's causing me to be upset? Sometimes WhatsApp group chats that makes me upset. So what I do,
Hmm.
I avoid looking at them. So I need to know. We need to know what triggers us in a day. So coming back to that Oscar event, there was a trigger factor.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
that's why I'll say don't. We need to manage our emotions. That's what emotional intelligence is all about.
So, are you saying that emotional intelligence, does it influences our choices? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Right. What you use?
okay.
You have so many choices. So that person on that day could have gone on the stage and could have done something else instead of being violent.
Hmm.
He had choices.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. I know some students of mine asking, "Sir, we are not Lord Buddha to be calm and composed." Yeah, we are not. That's personal mastery, right? But emotional intelligence is finding out your trigger factor, what makes you angry, holding it back, and looking out for options.
Okay. So,
All right.
are you saying that one could get angry, can get angry, should get angry, or must never get angry? Because you know why, Venkat? Because I saw this program, these courses that's available, yeah, anger management, and they say that you must never get angry. You must do anything and everything, but never get angry. Is that what emotional intelligence is about?
I beg to differ. Anger is an
Please.
emotion that occurs, and emotions occurs unconsciously
Okay.
without you realizing it occurs first.
Okay.
So anger is an emotion. You can never say you cannot get angry. That's what our parents actually told us. Hey, don't get angry. Control your temper.
Yeah, yeah.
No, no, it's wrong. You must acknowledge that you are getting angry. And
Okay.
from there, once you have acknowledged, you know how to manage your reaction. Because anger is an emotion, not an action.
Lovely,
We
lovely.
we
Anger is
always
an
anger is an emotion, not an action. We always relate action together with anger. No, it's not. You can get angry, identify your emotions. There's so many other options to manage it.
Yeah, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Waran Shanmugam show, and our guest speaker today is Venkat V.M. Lingam. He is an international trainer, EI coach. You all might ask, what is EI coach? Then he has got NLP. What does that mean? Anagram practitioner. What does that mean? Don't you want to know? Venkat, can you share with the people out there, what does all that mean? And yeah, what do you do?
Actually, to be honest, and all this is what I am.
Okay, nice,
It's
nice.
not who I am. See, end of the day, I can have so many titles, abbreviations, A, B, C, D, and all that. But end of the day, are you a nice person?
Hmm.
Right?
Oh, this
But so
is
coming back to the titles that I have, EI is emotional intelligence. CNLP is certification in neuro linguistic practitioner and certified enneagram practitioner. So from here, you can see I'm very much a people person and developing people. So that's my passion, Warren.
yeah, that is something that you don't have to tell. Everybody knows. I mean, I have been getting messages saying that, hey, this man looks very nice. This man would be a good speaker, like as though they know you. So something is connected, and I don't know what, but you said it right. People's person. whatever that you do, it shows in whoever you are. That energy that we speak about is very powerful, very effective, and therefore everybody knows who you are before you are already showing yourself in this show. So everybody knows you, Venkat. That's what I'm trying to say.
Thank you.
Very nice. So, when you say, what am I, not who am I, something that I have been reading for the past few days, that everybody is now asking, what am I instead of who am I? Can you
Mm.
share with us what's the difference between what am I and who am I, Venkat, if you may?
It's about the identity, Warren. Just that we are losing our identity simply because we are too busy playing too many roles in a day.
What do you
If I
mean?
can put it that way, like when you wake up, you play the role as a husband, and now you're playing the role as a host. You have to behave as a host. You cannot play the role as a trainer here. So we play so many roles in a day, as a parent, as a sibling, as a friend, that we forget to play the role as Venkat or play the role as Warren.
Wow. Hmm. That's you just left me dumbfounded because I've got this screen that I need to show everyone. All you need is one person to believe in you, just one, and the world is yours. That person is you. When I read this, right, it's amazing how I was getting goosebumps. It's very subtle message, but it is so deep. As I was talking to you just now, what does this mean? What does this mean?
What I feel is that a lot of us we need kind of validation from others.
Hmm.
We need validation from others. We don't tend to self-talk and self-explore about your own talent or skills or potential that you have. We get affected by society. All it takes is just one person. At the show is at 8 o'clock. At 7:55, someone has messaged me and told me, "Make it. You're going to be doing a lousy show. It's going to affect me badly. Yes or no?" Why are we so dependent on others? That's my point now. I know
But
I'm good. That's not being sorry. Yeah.
yeah, sorry. Isn't that what? Isn't that how that's how life is, isn't it? Everybody comments, and then we take that in, whether you like it, you don't like it, consciously, subconsciously, unconsciously. It just gets into your system, and then you become something that you did not believe for the longest time, and suddenly someone says, "Hey, you're not good," and then you believe them, and it becomes you. How do you then avoid?
So that means we are what our society wants us to be, what the society has molded us to be or conditioned us to be. So that means we have lost our own identity.
Mm,
That's what I don't want people to do. Have a fine balance, at least a fair balance between these two.
mm,
I was just telling you today. I posted about this show in Facebook. 30 years ago, my soccer coach commented, "Wow, my last man in this school." I was so proud to see him. I never did well in school, Warren.
yeah.
But this man, my coach, my soccer teacher, saw the potential in me at a young age, thank God. But even after a couple of years, I had to do a lot of self talk, exploration, and find out, Venkat, what are you good in, what are you not?
Mm,
Why always waiting for others to come and tell you? How come they can see and you can't see yourself? You are the one who's actually doing the job. I was also telling my students the most important item in your house, or an all will say handphone, like internet, like your mattress, to sleep. For me, it's actually the mirror.
wow. Mm, okay.
Why? In a day, how many hours do people see you, but how many hours do you see yourself? Maybe for 2 to 3 minutes. In that 2 to 3 minutes, you know what you're doing in front of the mirror? Finding
Mm,
for faults. Is my hair nice? Is this? That's what we're doing in front of the mirror. And once everything looks good, you turn and you leave. Do you really even stand there and look at yourself, where the whole world is looking at you, but you're not even looking at yourself? The way is your self-love.
mm,
You want everyone to love you, but you don't spend time with yourself. But you use the
well,
mirror to find fault. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest? I mean, it's so important, so true, and I could really relate to what you just mentioned just now. I still remember those days when I was very young. I went to Chinese school, yeah, and I was the only Indian guy there. the only black Indian boy in the whole Chinese school. Yeah. So can you imagine how much I would have been bullied, big time, Venkat?
Yeah.
And I could not see myself in the mirror. But there was one teacher, like how that soccer teacher changed your life. There's one Malay teacher of mine, also a soccer teacher, apparently, and he said this. He said, Warren, when you look into the mirror, look at within, because what you have inside you, within you, is just perfect. And you know
Wow.
what? Very simple, very subtle, but it changed my life. From that day onwards, when I was looking at the mirror, I was looking at him, the man inside the mirror, and said, "Hey, you know what? You are damn handsome." And when
Fantastic.
I say this to people, right? People will be
Wow.
like, "Hey, what is he talking about?" I know that I am handsome. That's all that matters. And like what you said, it's always about finding fault, right? What's your hair? How can I adjust this? Oh, I've got this pimples. How do I get rid of? But you forget to see the beauty. Amazing,
Very
amazing.
recently, to add on to what you're saying, very recently, I read this somewhere that apparently when you take selfies, you are never happy with one shot. You will take at least more than three. Which says all of that. It means you're not happy with how you look.
Exactly, right?
And in a group
Exactly. Now
photo,
that
we think you're fine.
so I can't even drink my water. But again, I have got lots of messages. I need to share with you the messages. Okay, let's see who is. Okay, Daryl is here. Do you know Daryl?
Of
Daryl
course,
Joel.
one of my committee member, my leader,
Nice. Hi there, Daryl. Thank you so much for being here. We have got crochet and skincare with Sunita.
my another leader of my
Okay.
committee.
Hi there,
Yes.
leader
Yeah.
Sunita. Nice. Amanda is here. Amanda Pereira. Good evening, everyone. Hi,
Thanks,
Venkat.
Amanda. Thanks for joining. Lovely person.
Nice. Daryl said unity. Indeed, yeah, Daryl. Someone is here from the UK. Who? Hello, Venkat and Varan. The
Thank
Kirubai.
you, Kirubai. If not for you, this would not be taking place.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you so much. Love you so much, Kirubai. Amanda is saying hello, Venkat. Pauline Lee is saying hi,
Oh,
Venkat.
wonderful lady. Thanks, Pauline. Thanks for joining in.
Nice. Talking to Venkat and Varun makes my day. Well, same here, Kirubai. Rachel is saying, glad to know you, Mr. Venkat. Yes,
Thank
everyone
you,
is
Rachel.
very
Thank
glad.
you so much.
Yeah. Pauline says, best trainer. Yes, I second that. Amanda is saying, power speaker. Yes. Uh, woohoo, Wenks fan club. Yeah, yes, yes. Kirubai says, wearing different hats. Yes, you're right.
Yes,
Rachel says, believe in yourself. Kiran
absolutely.
Kaur is saying,
Absolutely.
hello and good evening. Hi there, Kiran.
Hi,
Uh,
Kiran.
and and she says we live life as what we are, what we want.
What do you want? Beautiful.
Yeah, Pauline is saying best trainer, Pauline Lee. And Rajwin is saying you're my inspiration, Warren and Venkat. Yes, and a lot more. And I have got this question that they are asking
Mm.
already. Rajwin is asking, what's your secret to success, Venkat? You want to answer
Downfall.
that? Ah,
Yep. Downfall was my secret to success.
hmm,
Yeah. I'm so glad that I failed so many times.
hmm,
And I'm so glad that I was never spoon fed, that I was going through so much of pain in life and all that. That
mhm.
brought me to where I am today. That made me to be a better person today, to connect to the world.
Nice,
And
nice.
since young, I had this favorite word: what's next?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Once I
What's
achieve
next?
this, okay, what's next? Okay, what's next? I have that hunger in me.
Hmm. So how do you make others be as hungry as you are? How do you create that hunger? What is it that you have found that the many people out there have, or rather, we have not found? Let's put it that way. What you have found that we have not found. When you say hungry,
Oh,
that means you have found something that is like, you know, it's like, hey, this is what I want, and I will do anything and everything. Every time you wake up in the morning, it's like you know what to do because that's the place that I'm going to go. But how do you create that, Venkat?
see, when you are all this while when you're asking questions about me, it was very easy for me to answer. But now you're asking about others, I really got to think deep. Now, when you say about hunger, so let's relate it to food. Lah. So let's say I've got
Okay.
something nice for you to eat, and you've never tried. How am I going to persuade you?
Mm.
So I cannot push it into. So I got to influence your mind. The only way I can influence your mind is you need to trust me. I need to have a certain credibility.
Mm.
That's where the influence skills will come in.
Okay. Okay, that's powerful. Talking about powerful, the power of pause is
Mm.
something that I have seen you speaking about in many occasions, many platforms. Share with us, what is this power of pause?
And I bet a lot of them can resonate to the 2 days ago incident. We live in a very, very fast paced world.
Mm-hmm.
And I also said that we sometimes we forget who we are also, right? When you want to order food, Grab is there. Everything is at the fingertips.
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing. When you want to reply a message, you don't even take a second to think about it. You don't take a second to check in on your emotions. Should I wait? Should I reply tomorrow? If you had paused at least for 6 seconds or 10 seconds, you could have saved a conflict. You could have saved an argument or even a job for that matter.
Mm.
Why are we always reacting? Why can't we just wait for 10 seconds in any matter? Just wait for 10 seconds to make a decision, even if you want to buy a chicken rice. Anything more than 10 seconds, your thinking brain will kick in and you don't react, you will respond.
Mm.
Now we have this small part of our brain called amygdala. I'm looking for something small I cannot find. It's the size of an almond. That's it. Size of an almond. That guy is what's controlling our trigger factors. That's what happened to Will Smith.
Mm.
All it takes is just 10 seconds, actually 6 seconds and more, huh, for the thinking brain to kick in and to tame amygdala. That's all. So when I say practice the pause, this is what I'm trying to tell you. If you're an angry person, if you're always reacting, take 10 seconds. Actually, it's science, Warren. Our grandmother would have taught us before. Count 10 backwards or 1 to 10. Isn't
Yes.
it? Because for the thinking brain to kick in.
Mm. It's about responding, yeah, not reacting.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely.
And is it easy for us now when you speak about that's what our grandparents used to teach, and this is what we have learned for the many years when we were young, kindergarten, we were in the primary school, father, mother, teacher, friends, everyone speaks about this, but yet
Yeah.
we don't practice. What's happening?
What's happening? Why are we reacting? I wouldn't blame COVID 19 because for me, COVID 19 is an excellent teacher, one of the world's best teacher. He taught us so many things. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
the inability to understand yourself, Warren,
Mm.
the inability, you don't know who you are. That's the biggest issue going on now.
Mm. And you bring us back to you, I, me, myself.
Mm.
Uh, we all think that we know us. I think that I know me. But from what you are saying, there is a tendency, or there is a possibility that we really do not know the me, the I, the myself. Uh, how do we learn about ourselves?
There's more than one answer to this. Remember earlier on you mentioned about your soccer coach. I also mentioned about my soccer coach. Maybe I'm lucky, Warren, that along the way I had some mentor figures who saw some potential in me and groomed me.
Mm-hmm.
Because society was telling me I'm bad, I'm lousy, and I was telling myself, yes, I am bad, I am lousy. But until someone came along my life, said, no, Venkat, why don't you do this?
Mm.
I'll support you. So I had some kind of strength and I flourish, I shine. So along the way, I'm glad that I met some people who inspired me, who motivated me, who are my mentors until today. That's one thing. The people that you mix around with. Yes, I have friends of all walks of life until today. I will never let them go. But you need to have at least one or two inspiring people to influence you in your life. A lot of us, we don't. A lot of them, they don't have that. So now you doing these talk shows, you are one of the person who's inspiring a lot of people's life. You may never know, Warren, how impactful
Mm.
your shows are. The other thing is my favorite word, acceptance. It's a very, very powerful word. Acceptance. Have the acceptance attitude. If it's raining, accept it. If you're stuck in a jam, accept it. If you have failed, accept it.
Mm.
Don't challenge it. No, we were discussing that day. A lot of people are afraid to go back to level zero. Means when they're
Yeah.
falling, right? They're afraid to fail. No, accept it. That's when it's easier and normal for you to bounce back up. You should not resist it. Why can't you get comfortable in failing? It's part of the process. So accept whatever's happening in your life. Then ask yourself, what's next? What can be done next? What are the choices I have? That's emotional intelligence.
Mm.
We love to
Interesting.
complain, complain and complain and complain. Whether it's about the government, about your wife or children, you just love to complain. And the more you complain, you're rewiring your brain towards negativity. So even if I buy for you a nice Ferrari, Warren, you will not be happy. You will find something to say negative about it. Because
Mm.
our brain's rewired. First thing we should stop doing is complaining.
Yeah. I remember in the kindergarten back then, they used to teach this song when one finger pointing at others, the rest of the fingers are pointing at you, yeah, which is so true. Reflect on what else that you may want to correct upon rather than always blaming others. It's so important, right? And this is the thing, Venkat, you spoke about the this attitude of acceptance.
Mm.
Easier said than done, don't you think so?
My question is, what other options do you have if it's a red light? You're stuck at the red light. What other options do you have? What is within your control?
Mm.
Now, this guy came and shouted at me. What's within my control is my reactions, my thoughts, my feelings, and my actions, isn't it?
Mm. Yeah.
So let go of things that you cannot control. Control what you can, which is yourself.
Nice. Nice. Area within control, area beyond control.
Your
What you
control.
can control, you control. If it is raining
Absolutely.
outside, you cannot go outside and say, "Stop, rain." You can't do
Yeah,
that. But what you can do
exactly.
is, yeah, get an umbrella, a paper, or get wet. Either way, yeah, the choice is yours.
Doesn't it reflect as a good, true born leader also?
Indeed, right? Indeed.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Waran Shanmugam show. Venkat Lingam is here from all the way from Singapore, and he is not letting me talk at all. Why? Because
I'm sorry. I'm
so,
sorry.
no, no, no. Do not apologize. I'm saying this in a very rightful, truthful, acceptable manner. Why? Because I'm getting goosebumps every time you are saying this. Why? Because this is what we need. This is what we know, actually.
Yeah,
Venkat.
we
But
know.
we tend to. Uh, I don't know. Denial is the word. Ignorance. But yeah. Go ahead. You wanted to say something.
No, yeah, sorry. Yeah, ignorance is the right word also. How
Yeah.
long in a day or in a month have you spent with yourself, Warren?
Yeah. I'm
What
happy
do you
because I do that all the time. I make sure that once in a while I'll just churi go and watch movie on my own.
lovely?
I've got this me time, I won't tell anyone. I'll just go
Yeah,
and go and buy a ticket and watch that movie. Why? Because that's me time. Yeah. But you're
absolutely.
right. How many of us do that?
Do that exactly. You're so
And
busy. I mean, I'm glad that you guys are doing a duty, but how? Don't forget the duty to self.
is that important?
Absolutely. It's prime.
Why so? Why so?
Why are you seeking love externally when you don't even love yourself? How come you're watering the plants of your neighbor when your plant is dying?
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, if you got answer for that, please write that down in the chat area. Yeah. If you do not love your own self, who would? Who do you expect to love you when you do not know how to love yourself? I mean,
Hmm.
start loving yourself. So, messages after messages, Venkat. Kiran says, great job. A mentor makes a huge difference. Yes, you
Absolutely.
are so
Yeah.
right. Yes, you, Warren, making a difference in other people's life. Thank you so much, Kiran.
All right.
Mugun Damodaran says, greetings, Venkat.
Thank you, Mugan. Mugan's from Saraman too.
Oh, really? Hi there, Mugan. Hey there. Nice, nice. Bahwani Tulan is saying a good one, Venkat. Yes.
Extra dynamite. Thanks, Bhavani.
Yeah. And you have got Susan saying, Warren's show is indeed a blessing to many people out there. May God bless you. Thank you so much, Susan.
Fantastic.
Pauline is saying, thank you for organizing this wonderful session with Venkat. You're most
Thank
welcome,
you,
Pauline.
Pauline.
Pleasure is mine, Pauline. Kirube is saying, and I'm laughing. Two powerhouses of the show. Kirube, Kirube. Yeah, Lim with him is an amazing lady, and she says, Venkat, you are so right. Amazing lady. She has got a journey that she have taken, and she is a strong lady. And this is what I'm saying. Everyone can take on a decision, a choice that you would want to have depending on what you prefer. And only when you pick and choose and you move forward, then you will know that it is a worthwhile journey, or else it will be like just halfway through and you haven't completed the whole journey. What's the point? You can never speak about that journey at all.
Wonderful.
And Live with him is one of that person who really have
Wow.
gone through the journey, walked through the journey, the steepest of all. Yeah, thanks so much, Lim Within. Amanda is saying self love is important and almost
It's
impossible. Yeah, so
impossible.
Amanda is saying this self love is important and almost impossible. You wanna comment on that?
Can you block her? Yeah, actually, I would
uh,
like to know why was that statement made almost impossible. Is it because, as I said again, you don't have time for yourself, too busy doing duties? Now, Amanda has got a kid. She's managing her business, her family, the kids. That maybe time 24 hours is not enough because we are all busy doing our duties, roles, and responsibilities.
excuse me. So,
Now, self love does not only mean putting aside time for yourself.
mm,
Self love is also about encouraging words, like what you say when you saw the mirror. What do you tell yourself? Warren, I look good. That itself is self love. That itself is watering your plant already.
mm,
Not watching a movie for 2 hours, going for long drives. No, I'm not talking about activities. I'm talking kind words towards yourself for a start. Now let's see whether Amanda says now it's impossible, not.
okay, Amanda, come on, say it out loud. Mona Shri is saying, ask anyone who they are and what's their purpose. They would be clueless. You are so
Clueless.
right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So right, Mona.
Yeah, and Rajwin says, agreed. Susan Warren is a blessing. Thank you so much, Rajwin. Pauline says, Pauline Lee is saying that's stupidity to water other plants and not your own plants. Yes, but guess what? People are doing it. Don't you think so, Venkat?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, Susan is saying, love you, Venkat. Nice sharing. Yes, we all
Thank
love
you,
Venkat.
Susan.
Yeah, great point, Venkat. Amanda saying, I'm still learning to pause and develop self love. Don't block me, lah. She heard that, and Kiran says, I have started saying that I love myself. Yes, Kiran,
Wow,
we
Kiran,
all love
wonderful.
you.
You know why? Yeah. How often or when was the last time you told yourself that I love you? Looking at the mirror. This is
Yes.
what my mentor told me, Raza Khan. He told me, when was the last time you ever said I love you to yourself?
Mhm.
The more you do, just give yourself 7 days. You see how you walk after that. Trust
Wow.
me, it's a lot of confidence, you know. You feel good, you look good, and you'll say, yeah, me, myself, and I.
Mm. Ladies and gentlemen, look into the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, "I love you." 7 days is all that is needed. You can see yourself changing mindfully. Posture, the way you walk, the way you behave, the way you make decisions, your choices, everything else will change. That's what Venkat says. Give it a try. Nothing wrong, right? You have done so many
Yeah.
things in 7 days. Saying "I love you" uh, may change big time. So, Venkat, you spoke about something. We were talking about how you are going to write a book. Yeah. I think now Kirubai will be screaming. Yeah. Just wait for the message coming by. But this is the thing. So you spoke about how you didn't know that when you were doing this work with the inmates, yeah, that your stories touched them somewhat. Can you share a little bit about that experience of yours?
It was a nice project that I was selected to be one of the trainers to train the Changi prison inmates, all right, on a particular topic. But somehow when I went there, I saw them all different walks of life,
Hmm.
from young to old, you know, different demographics. And somehow the topic went to my life story. It was a 1 day session, right?
Okay.
But end of the day, they all cheered, came in. They're not supposed to touch me or shake hands with me also. The protocols are there. But they came and hugged me with tears. I was moved. And that's when I realized, Venkat, being a trainer is not only on, delivering your content, it's about impacting and imparting a knowledge. But I love the impacting part more.
Mm.
So that kind of changed my direction towards, coaching and being more of a people person, developing person, where I realized, yeah, Venkat, your stories can motivate people, inspire people. Because a
Yeah.
lot of us, we give up. We don't have such mentors. We're not that lucky.
Yeah. And I think that impact is very important. Sometimes just your own story
Yeah,
is good enough to create that impact to yet another
exactly.
person. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's all that is needed. Yeah. Pauline says, I like the 7 days practice of positive words to myself in the morning. Yes, I think
Thank you,
that's
Pauline.
very
And
important.
Pauline also did the 7 days gratitude challenge with me. So for
Oh, I
seven
see.
days in a row, tell me two, three things that you're grateful for about yourself. Don't tell me I'm grateful because my wife cooked this for me. That means it's external, second party already.
Okay.
Don't tell me I'm grateful because I got a job. And I don't want external things. So I and Pauline, a few of her classmates, we did a 7 day gratitude challenge. So that was trying to rewire your negativity brain towards neutral at least. Thanks, Pauline. You should try this also.
All right. So 7 days of gratitude, yeah, self gratitude. Kirube says it's about time, Venkat. Yes,
On the book,
there you
she's
go.
referring to the book.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And Subhashini is saying impacting. That is powerful. Thank you. Yes,
Thank you,
impacting
Anne.
is very powerful. Yeah, and has got her own story to tell, and it's how she is touching these young kids with autism. The whole spectrum, and she's a
Wow,
lovely
wow,
lady.
wow.
Now, you speak about self awareness also. Tell us a little bit about self awareness. What is this self awareness?
The famous statement, know thyself. In other words,
Know
do you know who
thyself.
you are? Yeah. Do you know your strengths? Do you know your weakness? Do you know what makes you happy? Do you know what makes you angry?
Mm.
Earlier on, one of I think your friend mentioned, ask someone their purpose, they won't know. My answer
Yeah.
to all this is don't go and find a purpose. Maybe it's too tiring or too troublesome for you,
Hmm.
right? Just do what makes you happiest for a start.
Okay. Okay.
Don't do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happiest.
What's the
There's a
difference?
hell of a difference. Now
Really?
yeah, 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 hell of a difference. Like I said, this Saturday night, maybe you might call me for a movie. Now, being going out with you might make me happy, but is that what I really want?
Mm.
This way, I pause. self-awareness, self-management. I ask myself, no, that's not what I really want. Maybe going, being, or even watching a movie by myself, or just resting in bed will make me happiest. So I'm going to message you, sorry, Warren, this Saturday I can't make it. Start doing things that makes you happiest and not happy. Many a times we do things because for friendship, for relationship. Where's the relationship within yourself?
Oh
So
my.
instead of finding purpose, what's my purpose in life? I don't know. Okay, now mind, it's okay. Just start living and start doing what makes you happiest.
Ah, nice. Being happy and being happiest, two different things. And you have got someone vouching for whatever that you're saying. Yeah, Dr. Lau
Yeah,
Tin Tek is saying this releases both serotonin and oxytocin, the feel
oxytocin,
good hormones.
happy
Yes.
hormones. Absolutely, well said, Tato.
So what you're saying is sometimes I can be selfish. Is that what you are trying to say?
A lot of people think that when you spend time with yourself or doing things for yourself is selfish. No, it's self-love. You need to differentiate what's between selfish and self-love.
Hmm.
For a start, self-love is just spending time with yourself. Have you got two hands? Let's put it this way: don't give away both your hands. You're going to be handicapped. You got nothing to hold on to. So give one for others. Keep one for yourself. At least if you fall, if something happens, you got something to hold on to. You got a hand to hold on to. Every time you're giving both our hands away to people that we love, people that we don't love, our colleagues, whoever.
Oh gosh. Tell me about yourself, Venkat. Who are you? No, seriously. Tell us about yourself. I mean, everything that you're saying, it relates very much to myself, and the many comments that we have seen. It is so relevant. It touches a lot of people's heart, people's soul, people's mind, which means you make sense. So tell us a little bit about you yourself, how how you came to this space of the knowing. What made you change? I know your coach did something there, but yeah, what was the journey? Where are you from? You're from Singapore. Are you a Singaporean?
Yes, born and bred here, so are my parents. Of course, origin is from South India. As much as I'm a Singaporean, I think I've told you, I spend all of my off days in Bahau. A
Orang
small
sini,
town.
orang kita.
For me, it's just a border that differentiates us, you see. But yeah, I'm a true born Singaporean, and this might sound selfish, but it's not. I love myself, Warren.
Mm,
I love myself. I love my peace. If I don't have that, I will not be able to do what I'm doing today, impacting people.
mm,
The more I look after myself, I'm able to touch more people's lives, do what I want to do. You see, so I
mm.
have Sunita, Darren, Ron in my team. They are here also. These are my
Okay.
leaders. They're starting an outreach program in Singapore. They're going to be conducting workshops on self-love, on limiting beliefs. They're going to be impacting a lot of people in Singapore. But if I don't have peace within myself, how can I be starting all these outreach programs and touching people's lives?
Amazing. Amazing. I'm reading some messages here. Kirube is saying, Warren, well done on the show. Loved it. And thank you so much for having him. Another person who's saying, your guest speaker is so right in so many things. He is so right. The word he is so right is like a couple of those, yeah? I'm just reading it once. Acceptance, acceptance, acceptance.
I love that word.
Yeah. Um, you spoke about the bathtub theory.
Yeah.
You want to share a little bit of those?
I mean, that's life, you see. earlier I mentioned that a lot of people are not comfortable in failing or even falling. They always
Mm-hmm.
want to be in club number nine or floating in high spirits. Now, there will be days where you have, it rains, it'll be down. And sometimes it might be a long period also. But don't forget, just like a bathtub, it comes down fast. You might stay there for a long time. It will come back up again. Now, COVID period was a very long time, right? A lot of people were so comfortable whining. I'm sorry if you're one of them listening, but a lot of people were so comfortable whining, and that they became comfortable being in that well of whining. When
Mm-hmm.
things took off, when the shops open, when the borders open, when now in Singapore you can remove the mask or whatsoever, they are still in the well whining. They have not bounced back up yet. So sometimes in life, right, it will bring you down. We learn that the ball, the harder the ball hits the ground, and the higher it goes up. That's a bit different because there's immediate
Mm-hmm.
impact for you to bounce back. In our life, it's not always like that. There will be a down period for a while, and you will eventually come up again. So that's why they call it the bathtub theory. My life
Mm.
was like that after 2020. I was stuck in Malaysia during the lockdown, March 18. I lost
Okay.
everything basically, and I had to fly back in April in 2020. So start fresh zero again. So I was in the down period for a long time. And today I'm sitting here talking to you, Warren.
Wow. And only you can do that for yourself. No one else can come and say, you know what, let me lend you my hand. I shall carry you. A lot of times you have to be the one carrying your own self.
I like that because you can call me every day. Kirubai can call me every day. Venkat, wake up, go and get your things done. Yeah, I say, okay, okay, okay. Then I put on the phone. I'll still go back to my bed and be in depression because my devil in my head is still telling me, Venkat, you're comfortable whining. You're comfortable being in depression. Don't wake up. Now, I live alone also, Warren. And I've been through depression due to health reasons. 4 years on hospitalization leave.
Okay.
Suicidal thoughts every day. Suicidal thoughts, depression every day. But we got to understand this. I know when I'm going to depression, and I'll tell my depression, okay, when it's Sunday, you get out of it. So I allow my emotions to be there for a while. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Check in with your emotions, accept it,
Hmm.
but
That's
come
like a
back up.
switch.
So
Yeah.
yes, which many people don't have. But eventually, I created that switch. So today something bad might happen. Okay, how? Okay, 2 days. 2 days later, I'll bounce back up. So I am in control of my emotions, Varun.
That's the word. That's the word. That's the word. I am in control of my emotions. I am in control. No one else, isn't it? No one else.
Exactly.
You don't have to uh, wait for someone to come and tell you, "Hey, wake up, get up." It's you. If you want to feel sad, go ahead by all means. Be sad. A day, 2 days. I'll give you 3 days,
Oh,
lah. But then
yeah,
bangun balik.
exactly.
You
Go and
need
watch a
to
sad movie. Go and indulge in ice cream. Go.
exactly listen to all the sentimental songs, all the sad songs. The Tamil,
I
the
love it.
Chinese,
I love it.
it will sink you to the deepest part of the world. But you need to know that when the switch is up, you need to move on. You need to move on. That's interesting, isn't it? You are in
Very
control of your
recently, I was sharing
emotions.
in a workshop. Like it's a metaphor pushing the ball underwater. Right? You cannot hold on to the ball underwater for very long. And the deeper you push the ball down, the higher it will spring up. That's like emotions.
Hmm.
Stop pushing, suppressing your emotions. Come in terms with it, and you'll be a master of your emotions after that. That is self mastery.
Indeed, indeed. I'm reading couple of these messages, and I have to read them because amazing messages that I see. Yeah. Uh, excuse me. Sunita says self love is never selfish.
Absolutely.
Daryl is saying that's right, self love. Kiran is saying to me, when I am happy, everyone is and will
Look
be
at
happy.
that. Exactly.
Lovely, Kiran, lovely. Lau Bintik Dato is saying very true. You have to love yourself before you can love others. Well said. Sunita says he's a warrior. Yes, indeed.
So are you,
Dato,
Sunita? So
Dato Lau
pathetic.
is saying acceptance is a gift that can help you be more psychologically flexible.
Psychologically
Yes, you're right.
flexible.
Kirube is saying, I learned to love myself more in my senior years. I am glad I found myself. I am in a happy place.
And I'll second that. I just saw a video of Kirabai yesterday, how she was dancing while doing a catwalk. Amazing, Kirabai. You are a textbook.
And she says, well done, Venkat. Proud of you, brother. Darren is saying, let it flow so you can let it go. Rachel is saying, inspiring. Time waits for no man is what Sunita says. And Kirube says, tell the negative committee that meets inside your head to sit down
Shut up.
and shut up. We need you, Kirube, to come and tell our mind up there. You know what? Shut up. Santa is saying, good evening, sir. Thank you for your powerful and positive motivation from you to us. Whatever words you said is very true. Warren, I am watching. Thank you so much, Santa,
Thank you,
all the way
Santa.
from Gombak. And Mona is saying, good one, Kirube. Yes, indeed. No, this is the thing. I want to ask you this, Venkat. Callings, purpose in life. Everybody looks for this. Everybody's in the searching of callings. Um, uh, Tell us, how do we find our calling? Purpose of life purpose, to be more precise.
When you ask a kid who's happily cycling or playing in the playground, what's your purpose in life? He'll get a shock. What the hell are you talking about? Let me just continue playing. But he's the happiest person in the playground. You went to put in some thoughts into that mind and spoil his happiness.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but yeah,
No, but it's true, Warren.
indeed,
Now, I
right? People are sleeping, and then you just wake him up and then say, "What's the purpose in life?" And then, okay, Nama, you can sleep. Ayo, Venkat.
you know, I you know, I mean, there are a lot of mystics, sage, and philosophers talking about purpose in life. Guys, don't let all these words, messages come into your head. Just live your life, do your duty, your responsibilities, and live the happiest life. Do what makes you happiest enough. Every
Do what?
night when you go to sleep, you will have a smile because you did what makes you happiest.
Yeah.
So if feeding someone or feeding a dog or shelter, providing clothes that makes you happiest, do it because that night you will sleep with a smile on your face. So don't put a label. This is my purpose in life. Don't put a label.
Live your life to the fullest. I am more than I think. What you have is enough. Live your life to the fullest, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the Waran Shanmugam show. Venkat is here, all the way from Singapore. He have been sharing loads of stuff. I had a lot of questions that I wanted to ask, but ended up asking something else simply because he was talking about life. And this is so important, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because we all need this pause every now and then. This is the pause. If you had a lengthiest day, a miserable week, undesirable month, this moment just now from 8 to, yeah, about 9, an hour, is that pause moment where Venkat was sharing and talking about no one else but you. No one else but you, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about you. Start loving the you in you first before you think about anything else. Venkat, a lot of people are watching. What's the one or two sharing that you have for these people out there? Some of them, I'm already getting messages saying that thank you, Venkat. Yeah, I won't be showing you those, but yeah, everybody's saying thank you there. But what's the message that you have for the people who have been watching and giving so much good comments? Share with them
Mm,
your thoughts, Venkat.
maybe my famous quote: "Me, myself, and I."
Mm.
That you are important. The day you start telling yourself that yes, I am important, you will start looking after yourself. So Me, myself, and I. Focus on that.
Me, myself, and I. What's the next project, Venkat? I know you're doing a
Um,
symposium. Are you done?
no, tomorrow's the last day. It's been going on for 45 days.
Okay.
Quite a successful event. So tomorrow's the last day. After that, you saw my few of my leaders, the Sunita, Darren, all that. We're starting an outreach program, as I said. So we're going to be doing a lot of workshops for the people who needs help. You know why, Warren? A lot of people need help, but they're afraid to come out to share or to talk about it.
Hmm.
So we as leaders, we need to go out and reach out to them. So that's my next
Hey,
project in Singapore.
okay, that's nice.
And I like the way you said all the way from Singapore, all the way. No, it's not actually. Just 5 minutes across the bridge.
You need to give that that excitement that is it's Singapore. I know. So, Venkat, what can I say? Thank you so much. It has been
Fantastic.
it was a blissful 1 hour. We
Yeah.
wanted to do it for 40 minutes. I'm sorry I took your
Yeah.
time, but it's
Nowadays, I
all
learned it.
yeah. I loved it big time because well, with the sharings and with the many people commenting, you know that it touched a lot of people's mind, soul, heart, everything, and it's important. And you gave them that message very clearly. We didn't
Mm.
speak about anything else, but you, I, me, myself. And I thank you for that, Venkat. Thank you for your time. We shall speak again in a
Definitely.
different platform. Hoping to see you here in Malaysia, Bahau to be more precise.
Soon,
Uh,
soon.
yeah, soon, soon. But yeah, once again, thank you so much. And I'll see you when I see you, Venkat.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Warren. You're doing a great job yourself, holding all these talk shows, impacting so many people. Thank you for allowing me to be part of this also, Warren. Let's continue impacting people.
let's do that. Thank you so much, Venkat. Just be backstage. I'll speak to you shortly.
Sure.
You want to say bye bye to the viewers?
All right. Okay. To everyone who came online, thank you so much. Please don't give up hope and focus on yourself, guys. Thank you so much for your feedback also.
Terima kasih. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Venkat VM Lingam, all the way from Singapore. Well, very simply said, me, myself, and I. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Sit back, relax. Now that you have heard Venkat sharing his stories, his experience, and his fair bit of knowledge, sit back, relax, and reflect on what he have just said. It is very important. If it is not now, you will never do this. So think about it. Reflect on those words that he have just shared. Me, myself, and I. How important am I? How much you love the I, the me, the myself, and how far you want to go to nurture this I, me, myself. Ladies and gentlemen, the Waran Shanmugam show is what you have been watching. We will see you next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Till then, thank you so much. God bless. Bye bye.